All right, you guys, it's Tuesday. That means more DC Comics. And this week, that means more Future State. So let's talk about Future State Justice League. What's up, guys? BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them all for your viewing pleasure. Now, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. Make sure you tap that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you're notified when I post new videos. It's almost every weekday at this point. But anyway, I digress. Today, we're talking about Future State. Now, I was trying to figure out, okay, what's the best format for me to do these reviews, right? Now, there's a couple of things working against me. One, my LCS does not sell their DC comics on Tuesdays. So if I want to read the issues as quickly as possible, I got to buy them digitally. And I'm not buying every book digitally. I don't like digital comics, right? They are convenient, but I'd rather have the real thing. So I've decided I'm going to pick one or two books every week that are coming out, and I will buy it digitally and I will review it from right here at Mission Control. So that's why my background's different. I may sound a little different. You guys are getting a bit of a behind the scenes view. Don't mind my to-do list. It's old. But anyway, so this week, there's a few books that I'm excited about. I pretty much subscribe to every Future State book. But the ones that I couldn't wait to read are Future State Justice League and Future State Green Lantern. I want to see what's going on with John Stewart. Now, we're going to talk about Green Lantern in a different video, but this is all about Future State Justice League #1. I'll tell you this, I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything. I want to kind of show you some of the artwork. I'm going to show you a couple of pages, and I'm going to give you a basic overview of the plot, and I'll tell you what my thoughts were. There may be mild spoilers. If you don't want to see any of the artwork, then this might not be the video for you. But again, I'm going to do my best to not spoil any major plot points. If I do show artwork, I'll make sure I skip pages, and we'll go on from there. So now that all that's out of the way, let's go ahead and switch up the view, get the Inception out of the way, and here we go. So today we're talking about Future State Justice League #1. Super exciting book, and I'm going to go ahead and full screen that to get rid of all the browser distractions. So Future State, basically from the events of Death Metal, we've got Future State, where there are multiple multiverses, multiple Earths, multiple timelines. We don't know when all the Future State stories are taking place. We don't know if they're taking place concurrently. We don't know if they're in the same universe. We don't know if they're all self-contained. We don't know that yet because we only have the #1 issues. And maybe they will all weave a story together. Chances are they won't, though. I think really Death Metal was just DC's excuse to say, forget continuity. If you want a good story, hey, here's a good story. Who cares where it fits in? And so Future State was a good way to do that, it seems. I really enjoyed the next Batman last week, and I didn't even get to read any of the other books because they all sold out. So I ordered those second printings, and you should too. But anyway, Future State Justice League. We've got our new players, right? We already know the old Justice League is gone. So just looking at the screen, we got Tim Fox as Batman. We got Jon Kent as Superman. We got Joe Mullein, who's the new Green Lantern. We got Andy Curry, Aquaman's new daughter, just in time for Future State. So she's Aquawoman. We got Yara Flor as Wonder Woman. Very cool. And then we've got Kid Quick. Kid Quick is a non-binary hero that was introduced in that DC multiverse Christmas special. So there you go. I think this will technically be their second appearance. So cool stuff if you're a speculator. But anyway, this Justice League, let's talk about the premise a little bit. And I should be sure to credit the writers, right? So here we go. Written by Joshua Williamson. Art by Robson Roca, with inks by Daniel Enriquez, colors by Rome. You guys can see all that. Dan Mora did the cover. There's a bunch of variants. And who is Alex Carr? Alex Carr is the editor. But anyway, so Future State Justice League. Basically, the premise of this book, we've got a brand new Justice League the Justice League has new rules. We don't know what happened to the old Justice League exactly, but we know that because of the fallout of that situation, the Justice League had to change the way they operate. So where the Justice League was kind of like this big, kind of buddy ensemble type thing before, it's not that anymore. The Justice League doesn't hang out after hours. The Justice League doesn't even know who each other are. We don't know who their secret identities are. The Justice League comes together to fight crime when they need to, and when they don't, they go off to their respective places. Sounds cool? Until a threat forces them to come together and kind of confront the way they've been doing things. So as we open up, first, more future state ads. But as we open up, we've got a narrator that's telling us, how this new Justice League came together, right? We got Starro fighting Darkseid, looks like. Oh, wait, no, that's just the Starro. He's at the race of Starros. But anyway, so we got that, some parademons. Here's Jon, here's Lantern Joe, here's Yara Flor, Wonder Woman in the back. I love this artwork, by the way. But they're like, hey, they first came together because the multiverse needed to be saved. And after every crisis, they keep teaming up to meet different challenges. Look, what's up, Aquawoman? Oh, there's Jon Kent again. Then, so for years, no matter what the danger, they've proven themselves up to the task. Their victories are many, whether they're as a team or whether they're by themselves. So here we got new Tim Fox Batman sporting the traditional cowl. He's not covering his face. So maybe this is a different universe, right? I don't know. And then you can see Kid Quick running and disposing of these little Joker goons. And we got Yara Flor and Jon Kent there as well. And Joe Mullein too. See, everyone's represented. But so they've proven themselves, whether they're by themselves or together, they get the job done. And then we get this very cool splash page, basically like where you got all of the Justice League and they're just saying, okay, this is who everyone is. We talk and why and how they're different from their predecessors. So we got Jon Kent, Yara Flor, Batman or Tim Fox, Andy Curry, Joe Mullein, and Kid Quick, who is just the Flash now. So yeah, and they are the new Justice League. I'm loving the new Justice League logo, by the way. I like that. So here we've got this really cool setup. We got this desk. I'm like, what is going on? I thought when I was reading this, oh wait, maybe they're on like Prime Earth because there's a comic book here. There's these Justice League trading cards. There's Superman cornflakes because of course Superman's on an ear of corn. The boring guy, him. But anyway, so yeah, you see all these little things. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's like a Prime Earth type story. But no, all this was the doing of this villain. So this is T.O. Morrow, who hates the Justice League. He's very upset that they exist. And so here we are introduced to the rest of the Legion of Doom. We've got Despera and Amazex and all these others. And these basically T.O. Morrow's like, look, the Justice League's got to die. Like, all rats got to die. So again, I told you I would skip some pages, but we end up with this situation where the Justice League has to investigate how the Legion of Doom died. Right. And so a couple of things that are established here. First, we've got Joe is basically telling everybody not to touch the crime scene. Right. And here's something that's established. Right. We got Batman in a very Batman 700 pose right there, saying, look, go easy. Everybody's crime scene. Every crime scene is somebody's first. Right. This might be the first time they investigated a crime, blah, blah, blah. Very cool. So we clearly see the Justice League coming together. And then they're trying to figure out what happened, blah, blah, blah. And my bad. I told you guys I was going to skip pages. There was something that I wanted to see. And it's basically the, here we go. It's this right here. So here's Joe talking about, basically she's going to investigate the crime scene while the rest of the Justice League goes out and kind of chills by themselves. And let's see. There we go. This is the only thing I wanted to show you guys. So where we got Jon and Wonder Woman who are talking, and it's like, well, blah, blah, blah. Jon's like showing his kind of trepidation. Maybe they need to stay behind and help her out. And Wonder Woman's like, why not? You don't trust her to investigate? And he says she's the best detective in the multiverse. I'm like, whoa, Batman's not the world's greatest detective anymore? Which, it's fine. It's not Bruce Wayne. It's Tim Fox. So maybe he's not as good of an investigator. But that was something that caught my eye and I wanted to show you guys. So anyway, without spoiling the rest of the story, we get, the Justice League, or Jon specifically, is really upset with the way the Justice League runs. Like I said, because of whatever happened in years past, they all agreed they're not sharing their identities, they're not fraternizing, they're not hanging out, right? Even these two sharing these hot dogs is not the move. It's not the business, right? But they decided, that's how the Justice League's got to be to avoid disaster. And Jon's not all that happy about it. And so they are, Yara says, this isn't your dad's Justice League. Don't you love when the characters like say something that's super obvious and like corny, but relevant too? So anyway, let's skip some pages. Blah, blah, blah. I'm terrible at this. I'm trying not to spoil anything. But anyway, so we skip a few scenes and basically we find that there are other members of the Justice League kind of showing up at each other's homes, which is a red flag because they don't know where the Justice League lives. They're not supposed to. Justice League doesn't know where each other live. And so somebody's like, that's odd, right? And so the issue kind of ends with us finding out that the Justice League it's the Justice League versus the Justice League. And I don't want to really spoil the way that's set up, but I can tell you this. I'm excited about how the rest of it's going to go. Now, we're not going to get into the secondary story, which is all about the Justice League Dark, but I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave the screen right here on page 1 of that backup story while we talk about my thoughts. Or, you know what? I guess I don't have to do that. I can just give you my thoughts. So, what's up? It's me again. So, Justice League, Future State Justice League. So far, I'm the most excited about this book. I mean, I really enjoyed the next Batman last week. I'm excited to see, what the threads are with Tim and Luke and his family, what the Fox family drama is and how that's going to affect Gotham. But this Future State Justice League book is just going to be a fun book, right? Like, we don't know why the Justice League disbanded the way they did. We don't know why the Justice League operates the way it does now. So, I mean, we don't know, exactly what's going to happen, right? But the way the twist comes at the end where the Justice League has to fight each other or fight itself is like, I'm excited for issue 2. I feel like issue 2 is going to be super action packed and I'm excited about it. I absolutely loved the story by Joshua Williamson. I think the characters were all written well. I mean, it's an ensemble book, and so you don't get a lot of individual character moments. I think Wonder Woman and Superman, or Jon, kind of stole or got the most spotlight or the most kind of character building moments here. But then you've also got some cool moments between Kid Quick and Aquawoman. We even get an appearance from Aquaman in this book. So there's a lot in the book that I really enjoyed. I love team books. You guys already know. I'm a team guy. I want to see how's a team come together to avoid, disaster and to resolve conflict. And the conflict is laid out there. There are so many different points to be contended over. So I'm excited to see now that the groundwork is laid and we see what the threat is looking like. I'm excited to see, the kind of Justice League origin story that brings these characters closer together and has them really reconsider the way they've been operating as of right now. So overall, I got to give it a rating, right? So if we're going out of 10, I'm going to give it it's always tricky with the high ratings. It's like, okay, I don't want to give anything a perfect 10. So I'm always like 9. I'm like, well, 9 is really high. So maybe 8. I'll give it an 8, 8.5. I really, really enjoyed this book. hey, I'll give it a 9. It was really good. I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was engaging. The writing was good. The art was really good. I mean, let's go back and look at some of this art. Like, just pick a splash page and it's good. I mean, this is really nice perspective here. That's really good. Going back to that initial page where you got like the Superman keychain or the Batman keychain, like the art is good. Like I really liked it. I liked it a lot. This like Tio Moro looking creepy. Like what? So yeah, I mean the artwork was really good. The story was good. The pacing was good. And like I said, the way they got to that twist at the end was like, yo, like I am 300% on board. I mean, look at this team. Look at the Legion of Doom team. We got the Screech Owl, which is clearly a step up from the Talon. We got the Flood. Like these villains look tough. Like they look like they're going to be a real threat moving forward. So the final battle is going to be dope. I'm excited about it. So yeah, I'll switch back to my face now. But yeah, I'm really excited about the rest of this story, if you couldn't tell. And there is an entire backup story featuring the Justice League Dark that I didn't even get into, right? I think it's absolutely worth the price of admission at $5.99. And you should definitely walk into your comic shop tomorrow, today, go online, go to Comixology, and buy the book. Buy it, buy it, buy it. But anyway, hope you saw something you liked during this review. Let me know if you want more. Let me know if I was rambling too much. Let me know what you thought about this book if you read it already. And if not, if you didn't like it, that's cool too. You can buy what you like. Make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.